Look, I think if I was in charge of the Bulls for this week, I think the first thing would be team selection. That has got to be spot on. Team selection in terms of my 9 and 10 combination. Then we need guys that's going to be clinical at the breakdown. And maybe we can bring up the stat, Johan Grobelaar and Marco van Staden. I think, at the moment, those two for me is very important for the Bulls. However, they also concede the most penalties at the breakdown. But if these two players actually fire on Saturday, the Bulls are in with opportunity. Why do I say that? Because then guys like Arendse, Mooney, and the rest of the back three will actually get into the mix, by actually getting the balls in their hand.
So look at those stats. Is that not a negative for Marco van Staden? He's won 17 but given away 22.
It is, but remember that's penalties conceded in general. So that could be offside, that could be high tackle, that could be a lot of things. But between him and Dion Free, I think they at the moment are probably the best breakdown contestants in terms of
at the moment.
Well, Dion's not playing. Dion's not playing well.
At the moment, there's only one.
Which is
there's only one. It's Dion Free.
Yeah.
But there's no one in South Africa at the moment who can sit down, have a lunch with Dion. But not as a picture. Am I wrong, boys?
Well, I'm coaching the Stormers, so I'm just waiting to hear what...
Am I wrong here?
Up until
this season.
Up until before the injury, Dion actually had 15 turnovers at the breakdown. Yeah. Where Marco at, van Staden at 17. So it's very much of yes, he was. I agree with you. I agree with Dion is probably at one of the best. But let's say. Remember, I'm not preparing for the Stormers.
All right.
So I'm focusing on what I've got, and I've got these two, in my pocket. So for me, I would work with these two, to be really, really, really clinical. Because believe it or not, the Bulls has actually scored more tries than the Stormers this competition. However, they've also conceded more points. So it's not that they can't play rugby. They can. We saw it last week against Leicester. No, against
Leicester.
Yeah. Where Harold Foster actually had the opportunity. We actually kicked it out directly. And it was 2-on-1 or 3-on-1.
The week before, Zebra.
Yeah, Zebra.
The week before. If it is, because again, they can't play. So, for me, kicking game, it's going to be hell of important. I would go the route of not playing rugby in my own half. If I do kick, it's got to be contestable and it's got to be 50-50 every single time. I cannot afford to kick it down the throats of the back three of the Stormers. If you give them time and space, they will punish you. So what I will do, again, hence I'm saying, team selection would be hell of important. I would rather either go with a Papier or Zach Burger, but at 10, I would bring in Morne Steyn.
Oh,
Morne Steyn.
Rewind the clock.
I would go there. Chris Smith, great fly-off, and he can attack. But I think tactically, Morne for me it will be his natural feel for the game.
Did you not smile there, Nick, when he said Morne? I saw you look a little dance.
I was just wondering, they've got three very good flyers in Chris Smith and Morne Steyn, and Chris is coming back into his own.
I don't think he's as sharp as I know Chris can be. Hence, I would fall back on a Morne, because Morne would naturally be able to either put it contestable, make it ugly, or really find grass. Because you cannot, again, I won't be able to sleep if I kick it down the throat of the Stormers, because they will punish you. Then, line-up time, Marvin Orie is a great control of the line-up. So I would put a lot of pressure on him to kind of see if I can't disrupt him. And then we have to be smart in the scrums. The scrums for me at the moment, the Stormers obviously have having Kitsoff and Weber and Malherbe, having the dominance there. So for me, I wouldn't contest every single scrum. On my ball, I would just hit and lock, get the ball so that I can play. But for me, the kicking game it's going to be hell of important, but also ensuring at the breakdown that we are clinical, because we cannot afford to just give the ball away. Again, Stormers have a good identity when it comes to the maul. So Marco and Grobelaar has got to be clinical.
Can I add to the list?
Yeah.
Gerard Steenkamp, brilliant carrying the ball, get you the go forward. And I thought Marco has been good. I think one of the two finds of the season.